Hey guys, so I have a treat for you guys today. So I've been thinking, and I was, gonna do something with this, but so I talked to an atheist community, and I had an idea that could. I'm not trying to disprove nobody. Remember, my channel was not trying to convince nobody. I'm just putting ideas out there, not claims, for people to try out and see if it works for them. But one idea that I noticed, a flaw in the atheist thinking, is that when you, when I mentioned the two mind concept, you can look in my earlier videos and find where I talked about the two mind concept of the human body. One mind is physical and one mind is spiritual. Meaning one mind you can see with your eyes and one mind you can't see with your eyes at all, but it does exist. So I'm gonna talk about the physical mind and end up talking about the spiritual mind. So I'm just gonna transition over. You'll see. You'll hopefully you understand what I'm saying when I say this. So I'm gonna say, so for example, I have an idea, and the idea is God. So I presenting that to an atheist, and an atheist doesn't believe in God because they can't physically see God. If they can physically see it, it's real and it's accountable. They believe in it. But the thing is that that they understand that if I were to ask them a question beyond that and say, where did this idea come from? They'll be like, me. Well, how can the idea that God doesn't exist come from me when you can physically see me? That means that I'm real and accountable, but that idea that, I would be the source. I'm the physical source that you can physically see. So that is a flaw in their thinking, because the idea to them is non-existent, and because they can't physically see it, which is true to a point. But the idea that's non-existent allegedly came from me, but I am the source, but I am something physical that they can see. So if you understand what I'm saying, so how can something non-existing come from something that does exist? I mean, how can something non-existing come from something that, how can something that you can't see come from me if you can see me and I'm physical? That doesn't make any sense. So, basically what I'm trying to say is that, and beyond that, what I'm trying to say is that if they're saying that that idea of God, which they can't see and that's invisible, came from me, which something that they can see and that's visible, that's true. That means that that idea that came from me has to be. That means that I have to be physical and spiritual, something that you can see and something that you can't see. Is that not true? So just an idea out there to for atheist community, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video.